fucking. Ooh, hey, you can't just watch these episodes. You want to end the wait. Seems like it's going. Which way do you mean by that? My God, my stomach. I ate too much too fast before the stream. Ooh. You're back to knowing nothing of the future. Yes, welcome to Fear and Confusion. It's Umineko. I don't know what Burns up to, but I am nervous about everything that's coming up. Try not to die. I'm trying. Well, when the sadistic sociopath wit tells me the game's not going to have a happy ending, you worry. Look, I'm hoping it's fucking wording and it's gonna be bittersweet with a bit more sweet than bitterness. Obviously, I don't expect, like, you know, a lot, but... Your endgame is Balor and Shannon together happy. I have my doubts about that. If it happens, good. If it doesn't, I am sadly not surprised. Sorry. But I won't let you leave this game. Yeah, that's right. Once Game Master admits defeat, the game never ends, right? That's not what this is. I just want you to stay quiet and listen to what I have to say. Oh, Lil Angie. Lil Angie's fucking adorable. You should have seen her when she wasn't depressed. She was so cute. Oh my God. Lil Angie, who isn't depressed and having an existential crisis, is adorable. This Angie makes me... Lil Angie, when she's depressed as fuck, makes me sad. Last episode. You gotta watch the last stream, Carrie. What does the character note say? Let me pull it up again. Also, I'm trying to use my mouse with my left hand, so that way it doesn't click. Register on the mic. Rudolph and Kyrie's daughter. Balor's younger sister with a different mother. Yes, definitely a different mother. They got the same eye color, the same hair color. You know what? Yeah, they both have fucking... They have, like, green-blue eyes. Are you fucking me? She got better? When did that happen? That happened when Balor declared at the beginning of the game, like, hey, you want to go to the island, right? Well, I can take you to the island. Just follow me and listen to the story. Oh, okay. I would say quiet then. Even if players are around, pieces just move by themselves and the game moves forward. Isn't that how it is? Alright. Step back from being a player and become an observer for a little while. It's a happy story, like a pleasant bedtime story. Angie isn't having it. I'm not having it either, because I found... look, I'll be honest, I found last episode one of the most disturbing things we've ever seen here. Like, unironically, last part was actually incredibly disturbing. Nothing. Or rather, yes, Kinzo was a nice person. It wasn't... Look, funny Gramps would be Kinzo would be enduring if I hadn't been conditioned to fucking understand him in a lot of other ways. You can come back whenever you feel like it. I'll do just that. It's an endurance contest. Okay, keep on going until you give up on trying to cover up the truth.
諦めるのは諦めるのはね。
You'll keep on going until you give up on trying to cover up the truth.
ね。
You'll keep on going until you give up on trying to cover up the truth.
ね。
You'll keep on going until you give up on trying to cover up the truth. Something more important than the truth? Not making any sense. There's no such thing. There is, Angie. This seems to be 18-year-old Angie in the form of 6-year-old Angie. Whether my tale is the truth or not. Fact remains that you lost something precious on that island. Oh, fuck. Dad, Mom, and you, Oni-chan. I lost my family and everything that mattered to me. You spat out those words as though no further questioning would do any good, and looked away. Even as he watched this, Bowser's expression remained gentle. Just keep going however you like. Sorry. Apologies, Carrie. For past me, present me has been trying to be kinder in a lot of ways. I'm sorry. Later, Oni-chan. Please make sure you watch the tale. Even just listening is enough. If I feel like it. Later. No. Angie's eyes clouded. You say the writing is good, you know what's going to happen, you're so nervous as hell editing the end of episode 5. Yeah, the writing is overall very good. Again, I want to kind of rank the episodes at the end. I feel like I already know what my lowest one's going to be, but I might doubt it's going to be worse. It's probably going to be quite nice, honestly. Then a particularly strong gust of wind blew by, sending her hair flying. The wind was seen carrying some dust with it. Angie's nose twitched and he sneezed loudly. Oni-chan! What is it? How long are we gonna stand here? The weather's all weird. Let's go back to the guest house. Angie's eyes weren't cloudy anymore. However, the tone and atmosphere of those eyes seemed to sound different from before. A mere typical young girl, Angie saying that she was too bored and wanted to go do something. This Angie was clearly a 6-year-old Angie. Good point. Then why don't you head back to the guest house now? I'm going to stay here. Why? It'll start raining soon. If you had to make a list right now, worst to best is 4, 2, 3, 5, 1 of the ones you've seen so far. Seen all of. Huh. I will say, at the time of watching it, 2 was one of the worst ones, but I grew to like it. 4 has the problem of, God fucking damn, it's so long. Like, 4's problem is honestly just the pacing for 4 is probably like the worst, I'd say. Like, Angie's entire segment there takes up so much of the time, and it really does end up hurting the pacing quite a bit. 2's kind of boring, 3's a little weird, 5 is good, and 1 is so far the best. 4 could have had a lot of the fights excised. I won't disagree there. She should be here in a moment. So I'll wait for her. Ah, I see Battler is deciding that he wants to also have a good time today. Oh, you know what? What if I met Beatrice, you know? And we went on a date, and we had a nice job. jog together, you know? What if we did all that? What if we played chess, you know? Can't that be what happened? Yeah, episode 4 problem is shoving all of Angie's story into one episode, telling it non-linearly. Linear. Oh, wait for her? Wait for who? Huh? That's what this game is. Yeah, be. Holy shit, I sound nasally as fuck. Then, to Angie's eyes, it looked as though the strong winds were now carrying flakes of gold along with them. No, she had definitely seen something, but she wasn't able to describe what she had seen. So to her, it seemed like flakes of gold dancing on the wind. There you are. I've been waiting a while now. As though he was talking to the wind. Alice spoke to the empty rose garden. That can't be right. After all... Oh shit, I have my fan on. Fuck! After all, it was clear from his words that he was talking to someone right in front of him. So, Angie thought it must be someone she alone couldn't see, and she rubbed her eyes. Then, when she opened her eyes wide, another large gust of wind blew past her. She shut her eyes immediately, and she timidly opened them. From the other end of the rose garden, yes, from the path that led up from the harbor, a person appeared. To Angie, looked as though she appeared along with a cloud of gold flakes carried by the wind. You're late, Beto. Am I? I'd caught early. You ride the boat with us every now and then. You mean grasp the handrail and scream alongside you? Yeah, sure, let's scream. Get a fall, get a fall! I see, how interesting. Yes, I suppose I did arrive too late. The pair casually walked up to each other and hugged. Like a pair of friends being reunited after several years. Angie, surprised at this unfamiliar woman, looked for somewhere to hide. However, her eyes met Beto's and she lost her chance to escape. Oh, and he must be Angie! Shocked to hear this unfamiliar woman suddenly use her name. Oh, look how cute she was at the age of 6. Oni-chan! Who is this person? A friend of mine. A friend? How can you say that? Oni-chan's a friend? This is Beatrice. You've heard from grandfather, haven't you? How the golden witch you gave the Umineko family to goad? And that's why I offered 18 people, because she said we were just friends. Damn. Have I heard that before? The Golden Witch. Now I remember. That was a scary witch who would snatch you off. That was a scary witch who would snatch you away off into the forest. You didn't listen to your parents or stayed up too late on Rokujima. Not on rainy nights. Look at the window of the dark forest. You might see the witch looking back at you and get snatched away. That's what Mom told me. Which would mean I'm supposed to be wandering around in the cold rain looking into each window, find kids staying up too late? How pitiful that would be. Good boy. Angie, your parents just made that story out to get you to go on. Angie, your parents just made that story out to go. Angie, your parents just made that story out to get you to go to bed on time. She doesn't do stuff like that. Marie is better off with Beatrice, possibly even the wolves. Oh, fuck. You're not wrong, but fuck. Very well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Beatrice, the Golden Witch. Or a grandchild, at least. Grandchild? That grandchild part puts a bit of a damper on things. Oh, it's true, isn't it? There's that grandmother got the goat from and called the Golden Witch was her grandmother, right? That is true, I admit. Grandchild of the Golden Witch, is it? Can I get a better title than that? Is this person a witch? She's kind of lame. Yep, she is. She's the guest who's been invited to the family conference today. She isn't a scary witch. She's gonna take me away into the forest? Oh, damn Rudolph and Kyrie. Just what do they think they're telling this kid about me? Look, let's ignore the implications and just let them have a nice life. I didn't do anything like that. I don't do things like that. I'll have to firm protest later. Looked like a very emotional person. She wasn't all what Angie was expecting the creepy Golden Witch to be like. She was very loud, overacting to everything. Nothing more like the witch Marie Ona-chan had talked about, but lived for 1,000 years and very serves in the demon world. Why, yes, this is Beatrice if she wasn't, horribly traumatized. This is, if I'm going to describe this one way, this is kind of, this is more along the lines of Claire than it is along the lines of, this is more like Beatrice the White than it is Beatrice the Black. She looked well. She looked, well, like an energetic young woman who Angie's mom might have been... She looked, well, like an energetic young woman whom Angie's mom might have been good friends with. Her brother and the witch talked together happily like a pair of close friends. Dogs often don't trust people when meeting them for the first time. However, reviews say that dogs feel more at ease with a person once they see their owner acting friendly towards them. Surely something similar to this was taking place in Angie's heart. As this pushy, temperamental woman who called herself a witch chatted happily with Balor, Angie watched her behavior closely.
その鍵は?
What's that key for? You notice the gold key hanging from Angie's neck. Angie automatically grasped it defensively. That's Angie's precious key. And hearing those vague words, Witch stared blankly for a second. Almost immediately she seemed to understand what he meant. I see. Is that how it is? I thought it'd be easier if Sarah made it clear what she's supposed to do. I'm 6 years old and I need an adult. Don't worry, Angie. I shall not steal your precious key. Really? Of course. That key belongs to you and the choice is yours. Paolo and the rest of us are merely signposts to guide you on your path. When handing her this key, her brother had said that it was very important, she had to take good care of it. Angie didn't have a clue what the key was for. It looked like Vito did. Howard, just like her brother had done earlier, Vito only spoke in riddles. This irritated Angie. For the time being, the Golden Witch had said that she didn't intend to steal this key, so Angie calmed down a little. Do you know what this key is used for? But of course. However, I cannot tell you. Why? Because you decided to use that key for yourself. You can either open the locked room and leave, or you can close it and stay forever. I swear to fuck if it's actually something like that as the metaphor. I'm gonna cry. Oh, now that I know about Kiri, who's the worst mother, her or Rosa? Okay. Yeah, it's still Rosa. Kiri at least treats... Even if Kiri never actually loved Angie in the slightest, she still treated her as if she loved her. Eva's still in the running. Eva's a fucking... Okay, Eva is mentally unwell, and, like, that's saying something. That's really saying something, considering who else is here, but yes. Like, Angie never got beat the fuck up and thought she had a happy life, and you know what? She kind of did have a happy life with them, even if, yeah, no, it's fine. That was actually in the archive, so that's not anything bad. The witch said the same thing as my brother. We are not to each other, but it was all Greek to me. Felt like someone had laid out a riddle that everyone knew about me, and everyone was making fun of me. You'll know soon enough. It's gonna be extra tragic when it turns out Balor's Kiri's kid. Yeah. Or someone's kid. Look, it has been literally... This shit has been foreshadowed from the fucking start of episode 1. And now it has finally come ahead, and it has now been like almost 250 hours, and we still don't fucking have the absolute truth of that. We know what the fuck happened in each episode more than we know what happened there. $260 hours to leave. Oh, Carrie. I can hear the pain in the letters you typed. You don't need to dwell on it. Angie held the key tightly. You should understand what it meant. Her own key and her big brother told her to take good care of it. With her youthful suspicion, she was scared that the witch might ask her to take her hand. With her youthful suspicion, she was scared the witch might ask her to hand it over, saying that she'd teach her how to use it if she did. Oh god, the line's been fucking tossed back at me. I'm not prepared. Power of magic, even 200 hours, you mean 1,000 years. Ah, is that what it feels like when you hear me fucking rambling, man? Or when I use the accent? Or when I start talking like this? Or when I do a lot of other things? Probably. Of course, her thoughts showed up clearly on her face. Which couldn't help but laugh at that honest expression. Fear not. It is impossible for anyone to steal that key from you. I made maybe like a gun buddy accent. Some fucking how. No one can steal it? You might say that has been imbued with magic to make it so. At any rate, fear not. Neither I, nor Balor, nor anyone else on this island can steal that key from you. I've gotten approval for one of my voices. It is for two of my voices. It is now time to go ahead and dub over the entirety of the game and insert a file and create a patch. And kill myself afterwards, because that would be way too much fucking work, and I need to upgrade my setup and shit. Like, there'd be so much work I need to do if I... Oh, I'd rather die, very much so. Really? Yeah, really. Imagine won't let them. Okay, I understand. But God. Combine Shirley, Gun Bunnies, and Gisette accent into voice. Oh no. I don't know what that would come out as, but I feel you might end up summoning Cthulhu, or something Cthulhu adjacent, if you try doing that. The key was hanging around her neck like an ordinary necklace. And she could get it off right now if she wanted, and if they don't try to use force, it seemed like it would be easy for them to take it away. Also, it would be hard for me to turn them into voice files because I'm using Japanese voice accents underlay them. You thought about it. Oh no, Carrie, you misunderstand. When I'm saying voiceover, I don't mean editing the stream talking. I mean starting over from the beginning and voicing them all professionally. With like getting a better mic and stuff. That would just take... How long is a human's life normally? Yeah, it'd take about that long. Does magic really exist? I mean, it should be possible. That would take less time than for Umineko Go to come out! Even the 6-year-old Angie knew about the word magic. However, she also realized that magic didn't really exist. And certain kinds of magics were sometimes called magic. Yes, Carrie, what's up? Your videos are 133 hours long. Ah, yes. My minimum. So 200 hours to dub the whole show, then double that 400 hours. Ah, great. I also would need to, like, make my room into a setup place where it's got high quality audio and shit, and I have to re-record and do lines over and over again. I mean... Funnily enough, I will say that the, from what I've seen of this version of Umineko, it looks like it's incredibly easy to change out the files. Like, changing out the voice files looks fucking so easy. I haven't tried it, but I imagine it's very simple. However, Brother of the Witch, we're talking about magic itself. Yeah, magic exists. Really? Maria speaks to me often, does she not? Witches exist. Magic exists. She must have told you these things on many occasions. God, I would appreciate a release of Umineko Go so much. Funnily enough, like, I know some people would want to hear Umineko Go because, like, they prefer English voice acting, but it's more so, I want to hear, like, how good can voice acting be if you have someone, if you have, like, come on. You've heard some of the voice acting in this game. It's fucking amazing. True, Maria had talked about that many times. It was part of a game Angie believed her, more or less. However, Angie was, in some ways, sharp for her age. When she heard Maria talking happily about magic, she sometimes thought that such a thing couldn't really exist. You don't think the real one would be better for you? Now I'm just embarrassed again. Then show me. Show me magic! I won't believe you! Oh, hold up a sec. Beatrice just arrived on the island and she hasn't even gotten to say hi to everyone in the mansion yet. Bob spoke as though he's trying to smooth things over. When she heard that, Angie became sure that magic didn't exist at all. Witches are a big fat lie! I know! Hey, stop that. It hurt Beetle's feelings. No, it's no problem. Anyone would say that upon meeting a witch. Normally, I would ignore provocation. Yeah, I also fucking stutter my words sometimes. Normally, I would ignore provocation from such a small child, but she's your little sister after all. Good, I told Maria that and caused them to try to make her go off the deep end and then start writing her own death note. Ah, yes! That was something else, Why don't we give her a special showering? No. Why don't we give her a special showing? Are you sure? Of course I am. Watch carefully, Angie. Okay. Though Angie had challenged the witch to show her if she could. Now that she was about to be shown, she looked a bit hesitant. She gulped, then stared up at the witch's face. The witch held out her left hand, bringing close to Angie's face. Then she slowly spread her fingers. Angie, thinking her about to turn to a frog, shrank back. However, after waiting a while with her teeth clenched, she realized that nothing was happening. So, as her fear turned to irritation, she began to argue. In her provocation of a small child, you hear a small voice yelling from the depths of oblivion. Man, I can't wait for her. I am honestly half expecting her just to fucking pop back in at any moment and be like, oh yeah, hi, you forget about me? Nothing's happening. Don't jump to conclusions so quickly. I haven't used magic yet. See, look carefully at my palm. I'm not hiding anything, correct? Oh, so that's what she was doing. Now that she finally understood it, Angie checked both sides of the witch's hands. Yeah? There's nothing there. Watch closely. I'll make a fist. And then stretch out my index finger. Look, the typhoon hasn't quite arrived yet, Carrie. You don't have to be worried. The typhoon is going to be here in like 2 minutes. It's still 2 minutes away. And it'll eternally be 2 minutes away until the scene is over. He stretched out her index finger and held it right in front of Angie's eyes. You didn't think they could talk outdoors without it raining? It does happen that often, huh? Angie refusing to show weakness by pulling back, stood to the ground and concentrating on the fingertip. Watch the tip of my finger closely. Ready? It'll be fast. The witch rapidly lifted her index finger high into the air, pointing at the heavens. As Angie looked up to see the finger raised high, it swung down as though trying to dodge her gaze. In that manner, the finger swung up and down, left, right, then left again. As though Angie was playing a game of Achi Mute Hoi. I'm sorry, what the oh, goddamn. Okay. Japanese explanation, please give me. Achi Mute Hoi is a popular Japanese variant of rock, paper, scissors. Nachi Mute Hoi, whoever declares the winning hand sign is not immediately declared the winner, but rather earns the opportunity to win, while the other player must try to avoid losing. The player with advantage says Achi Mute, look that way, and then, in time of the call of Hoi, he or she points one finger either up, down, left, or right. At the same time, the other player turns their head also in one of those 4 directions. The player with the advantage correctly predicts which way the other will turn, they win. Otherwise, the process returns beginning with another round of rock, paper, scissors. You know what your favorite thing is? You figured out how to insert the screen sex stuff smoothly just in time for it not matter. Oh! That sounds like a painful discovery. I mean, it sounds really cool to find, but the timing definitely is the kind of thing that hurts the soul. Feeling as though she'd lose if she couldn't keep up with the fingertip, Angie swung her face this way and that way, looking serious. Ever since she was very young, Angie had always hated to lose. She was taking even the most trivial game seriously, determined not to lose to the adults. Is Beto just fucking around again? The witch's hand moved faster and faster. Angie didn't lose track of it. Then the witch's high pointing finger took a sudden swing downwards. And when it stopped, her index finger was curled up and her hand was held in a simple fist. Could it be that something was going to come out of that hand? Angie, suspecting that this might happen, had followed the finger very closely. There had been no chance for that once any hand had grabbed something. Ready? I'm going to open my hand. The witch slowly opened her right fist. And there... What? What? How? How, Oni-chan? The witch gave the cutely wrapped candy to Angie as a present. Angie took it, and as he searched for some kind of trick on it, it was just an everyday, ordinary candy. You know what you're wondering? Is this scene where Maria was given some candy? I think it might be. Like, it's definitely is reflecting that scene. Very much so. Is Maria Angie? Well, Angie is here and Maria is here too, so I'm not sure. trick, wasn't Oni-chan? Oni-chan! Nope. That was magic. You're watching all the time, weren't you? I was watching the whole time, so how? Your man Amakusa being subject to the standard first by being implied to be bad. I see. So I see, Darkbit. So being battler is an insult. Being accused of being battler is an insult. I get it. Oh fuck! You skipped the lines. I need to go back and read those. She didn't like it, but she was unable to see how that could have been anything other than magic. As though sister furrowed her brow and bit her lower lip, her brother gently told her that it was once more magic. It's now time for me to head to the mansion to pay my respects. You should come along, Battler. I'm so afraid if I have to go alone. In the context of luring with Angie, yes. Okay, good point there. I forgot about that. You sure? I'll join you. How about you, Angie? Will you go back to the guest house? I want to stay with you, Oni-chan. You still couldn't accept it. Maybe, just maybe. She still looked grumpy. Looked like she was becoming at least slightly interested in that witch. Then let us go! The Golden Witch returns! Golden Witch's grandchild returns to me. You really had to say just something about that name. Big Brother and the witch really did seem close. Playing off each other like a pair of comedians, they started heading for the mansion. Oh wow, and she held onto the corner of her brother's sleeve, trying to make sure he didn't forget about her. Returning the gold. Huh, I wonder. Oh shit, she is here now. She doesn't have a direct line to Kinzo. For some reason in this case. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, I just realized, because I was thinking about this earlier in the last part. You see how there's a one-winged eagle crest on Bito's leg here? You see how we can't quite see that part on Shannon? Does Shannon just have fucking 2 on her, and we're just seeing her portrait at just the wrong angle to not see all this? You fucking funny shit. Anyway. Beatrice, the Golden Witch, who has lived for 1,000 years. She has already surpassed the limits of the humans and has said that she will appear in response to human summons, just as demons do, to lend them power for a price. She has been called here for a ceremony involving the return of a vast amount of gold, which originally a family received from her grandmother. Rojima no longer has a need for the old arguments and tragedies. Well, then Beto is missing a tattoo. Oh, good point, good point. Yeah, No, okay, it is in that case. Damn, Beto has wash-off tattoos? You know, I don't think it's ever been confirmed if what Shannon has on herself is even a tattoo. I don't think it's even been addressed directly about the fact it's on her leg or anything. Livy, yeah. The VIP room was filled with the sweet smell of pumpkin tea, and packed with smiles and laughter. Simply splendid! I'm glad to see you in such high spirits. I could say the same for you. What is it said you're reaching your last years? I shall borrow a bit of cheer from you. Closer to my study, I will be a little more than a withering, senile old man. Enough with your lies. Your words, my words, the game's words that I speak, I don't... You probably realize, Carrie, that I speak without thinking very often. Or I stop speaking and I keep thinking I'm speaking. I have loads of problems. Oh. Oh, fuck. I can feel the pain. Give it up and swear that you'll be living at large until you're 100. Same here. I haven't seen you for 6 years, so I'm surprised to see how little you changed. You little brat. So it seems that you learned flattery these past few years. Sorry to disappoint you, but you're hardly a fair judge in that matter. I have grown quite old indeed. About 1,000 yen, that kid is still doing great when he turns 100. Yeah, me too. Careful, won't be any different when he's 100. Doesn't you get any more presents for complimenting me? Genji laughed cheerily. Ito, who sat next to Battler, was also laughing merrily. Angie stood all alone by the window, staring at the others and trying to figure out what sort of relation the witch of the portrait had with her grandfather. There's a knock at the door. Is that you, Genji? Come in! Pardon the intrusion. Kraus-sama and Natsui-sama are here. Father, oh, and Balor-kun's here too. It has been quite some time, Beatrice-san. What the what kind of world are we in? Has there been any news? I'm just the way I used to be. Come, have a seat. This is Balor's fanfic, BB. I understand, but like, there's something oddly, there's something almost disrespectful in a strange way, I'd say. It's kind of a weird thing. Okay, so it's a bit of a weird thing to say, but we're on kind of different ends of the spectrum. There's the disrespect of writing everyone that happened and died on that island to be horrible, shitty people. And then there's the other side of writing them all to have a loving and caring family. Like, there's something strangely disrespectful about both ends. Like, it's doing a disservice to their memories either way, you know? Maybe I should write a Umineko fanfic once I play all the games. Which is... I still have the fucking fighting game. I still have a game to get my ass kicked in. Nancy, why are you standing by the window like that? Over here and sit down. Nancy, come on over. I have to beat it too. Yes, that's not a good sign. I have no idea how long that game is, but I feel like it might take as long as this shit. Don't forget all the extra Umineko stories. I'm somehow both excited and terrified at those words, Ark. I'll just watch from here. Angie grasped the candy she had gotten from Beto tightly. With still wary gaze, she continued to stare. You know, the side content from the Switch re-release. Oh yeah! The game I own. Yes, I own the Switch re-release. In theory, I can skip and unlock everything immediately in that version and just... I can try to learn Japanese while I'm playing and get like a BBY. I have a problem. I bought it like fucking during episode 2. Don't worry, I've had it for a while. There's an English patch for it, by the way. I know. I have a physical copy of the game, so I need to run probably an emulator version. Shame. Just mod my Switch to add the English patch. Looked into that at the time. When I looked into it a couple months back, my version of the Switch doesn't... firmware is too up to date. Let her do as she pleases. Come, Kraus, Nazi, sit! Is it something important? I guess Angie and I should leave. Hey, who'll leave? Who's gonna pack me up here? XAW 700. Yeah, my version is potentially patched. That's the version I have. That's the Switch I have, by the way. You hate that chair too. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I have a version of my Switch version is one that's potentially patched. I'd have to like figure that shit out, which sucks ass. I don't want to buy obviously an entire new one, you know. I have nothing to hide. I do not mind. However, he had called Kraus not to the VIP room to meet Beatrice, the Golden Witch. It's hard to imagine that Kinzo wanted to have a casual conversation. After Kinzo said he didn't mind, he'd also asked Balder to stay, so he decided to do so. Oh yeah, no, I hate my chair too. I've been trying, like, I need to get a rug. Or I need to get a pad thing for right beneath my chair. I need to get something like that to help it out. A floor mat, yeah, that's what it's called. In order to avoid getting in the way of their conversation, Violet stood up from the sofa and walked over to Angie's window. When the big brother finally came back to Angie, she clung to his waist as though determined not to let him go away again. Oh, I see. That must be why Angie doesn't like me.
What?
Huh? What do you mean? I don't really think she dislikes you. Oh, Battler, even now you're an idiot. Dude. You're little... Your little sister loves you. Like, imagine for a sec, like, Valor, do you remember what you felt like when Kiri replaced your mom? Yeah, that's what Angie kind of feels like with Beto. Okay, you got it? She's like a stepmom. You never could understand women, Valor. You smiled at Angie, but the latter turned to look the other way. Even a young woman is a woman nonetheless. Ryu stopped laughing. The conversation switched gears. Why on earth did Kendo summon Kraus and Achi to the VIP room? And what was he going to talk about? Everyone fell automatically silent. Beatrice, the Hoden Witch. Each and every day I remember the debt owed by the Umineko family for the time received, on the brink of destruction. Yeah, you better thank me. Oh, it's actually your grandmother's he's thanking. Oh, shut up, you. No, it comes to the same thing. All that gold has been lent to the Umineko family for 3 generations. And for no compensation. We truly cannot be grateful enough. Gold is no more than a pile of bricks to me. It was a relief to have Kinzo hold on to it since I had nowhere else to put them. Whoa! Hey, say that just once. Whoa, I like to say that just once before I die. Is the Golden Witch a rich person? Huh? Oh, yeah. After all, she just went and lent grandfather 10 tons of gold. Precisely. And borrowing her several decades, always promising to return it someday. The debt gratitude I owed for that favor is now far beyond my ability to repay. The head family has never forgotten its gratitude. Isn't that right, dear? Of course. The Beatrices had so generously lent to us for 3 generations. The Umineko family would have fallen long ago. Even someone as shrewd as father couldn't do anything without funds to start with. By now, my money is making money, and the dough that made up my original funds can sleep in peace. Kraus! You know what I'm about to say? Since the moment Kraus had been summoned here, he had guessed out the things Kinzo's words had now hinted at. All things borrowed must someday be returned. Sorry, I'm trying to think. What would, is there anything that isn't gold that someone's borrowed that must be returned? I'm, like, sorry, I went silent there because, like, what? I feel like this is fucking alluding to something else. The day has finally come. Yes, I understand. Father. The chessboard, the games themselves? I like the idea of it being the games themselves. That's not a bad idea. Beatrice. I'm how many years ahead of me? In fact, this may be the last family conference that we will attend together.
親族会議になろう。
何を気弱なことを。
I mean, technically well, okay, everything Beatrice has been using is technically doesn't belong to her. The power and everything she's used is something that was done and could be made thanks to Lambda's help, if I remember the person correctly. Does that mean that Beatrice eventually has to give up the pieces and return to them to reality? I suppose that's probably how it's meant to be seen, and you know what? I like that interpretation actually a lot. Going off what Darkbit says and then expanded by Carrie, what's supposed to be returned is the game board, which is essentially the same as saying returning to reality. Leaving behind these thoughts and these experiments in your head of what could have been and returning to life that actually is. How faint-hearted you sound. You must be joking. Vito alone laughed. She looked at Valor, so he laughed along with her, but Kinzo and the others remained silent. Apparently, there exists some major concerns about Kinzo's health. Of course, I'm not doomed to die as soon as next year. However, I don't believe I can make any certain promises about meeting you again next year. Not once ever made a promise I cannot keep. If you say it so proudly like that, I'm in no position to disagree. Are you serious about this? Beatrice! I want to make amends. I must do it while I still have energy. You think another purpose of this game is more or less laying the island in peace of rest? Or island, singular? I mean, do you consider other fragments to be other islands? Complicated. That reason I made the decision due today. What's grandfather talking about? Quiet. Grandfather is about to talk about something very important. By now, even Balor understood what Kinzo was about to propose. Mio probably realized it too. Closing the lid of the games and putting the box away. I wonder if that's what the key is in the end. To either close the cat box permanently and never open it again, or to open it up and show everyone what's inside for once. To leave everything unanswered forever to the outside world, or to reveal the truth no matter how painful it might be. I don't think we've seen this world be red like this before, huh? At one time, the Umineko family had ruled the skies like an eagle, before being crushed in the Great Kanto earthquake. The eagle had one of its wings torn off and it crawled in the mud to the point of death. Then, they were saved by the Golden Witch's golden miracle. Under the Golden Witch's protection, the eagle had nursed its wound for many years. And now, finally, it's time for the eagle to leave the nest which the witch had provided. Oh, the gold your grandmother lent me. Sorry, gotta take out my fucking jacket. I will return to you. Klaus, you have no objections, correct? That gold did not belong to the Umineko family in the first place. Of course. I have no objections whatsoever. Are you sure, Kraus? You're an investor, aren't you? You could always do with more money, right? Can you want Kinzo to hand the goat over to you? Yes, now that you mention it, it's hard to deny what you say. However, the contract was always between you and father, and the goat was yours to begin with. After all, my husband is a successor. Just as father rebuilt the family in one generation, I'm sure my husband will make the family thrive in this. And this is something the two of us will do together. Hold on, I want to see someone. Oh, I want to check one thing. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's so fucking many. Oh my god, that's so fucking many. I just had to see it. I just had to see all of them, and there is just so much. Who said? That's the spirit. So, you have no regrets leaving behind 10 tons of gold? I must say that is quite impressive. What can a witch do against an opponent who cannot be swayed by the golden magic? I will return the gold to you. However, that would not change the fact that the Ushiro family will always be supremely indebted to Beatrice, the Golden Witch. Return the gold once lent by the Golden Witch. It's both simple and clear. However, the expression worn by the Golden Witch herself was slightly lonely. Angie couldn't understand why this was. I can hardly refuse what is being returned to me. Oh well. He arose from the sofa. Then she walked up to the window and looked down at the rose garden waving in the wind. Kraus! I've always desired to present you and the others my inheritance while I still live. Father? When I die, you will not only be busy with the funeral, but that you will have Eva and the others at your throats over the inheritance issue. While that's divided now, the funeral will be less trying for you. Kraus, write this down. Hey Genji, please be our secretary. Now lay out the distribution of my assets. Enzo immediately began explaining how the inheritance would be split up. Valor, realizing he should be listening in on this conversation, walked over to where Bito was loitering by the window. Hey, rich person! Got too much going here and be happy to lighten the load. Code. We know less useful if you turned it to firewood and used it to cook a stew. What's the matter? Looking a bit miserable. So, this day has finally come. I do feel a bit lonely. You do? My magic rewrote the Ushimiya family and created Rokujima. And now, it seems the Ushima family no longer has any need for the power of my gold. It has taken flight, leaving the nest of my magic behind.
そうだな。
Yeah,
そういうこと
that's pretty much it.
わらわは六軒島を
I have called Rokujima the Witch's Island.
わらわの島
My island.
そうだったな。
Yeah.
その六軒島がわらわに王
And now Rokujima is returning the goat to me.
魔法を返すという六軒島が魔法から目覚める日が来たということだ
The day has come for Rokujima to awaken from my magic.
そうだな。
I guess it has.
最後のゲームと分かってはいたさ
I knew that this would be the last game.
しかし
However, that subject we broached, even in a manner such as this, is
それを切り出される
surprisingly hard to handle.
意外に応えるものよ
お前って結構さっぱりしてそうに見えて未練タラタラなタイプなのな。
You're the type of person who looks totally carefree, but who's actually full of lingering attachments and regrets.
残忍で必
The
要
cruel and
な
obstinate ones are usually the quickest to grow attached, and then feel lonely.
そうだな。
That's right.
お前はそういう
That's the kind of
やつ
person
なん
you
だ
are.
な。
わらわとそなたのためのゲームだった
It was a game for you and me.
楽しかったぜ。
Well, it was fun.
お前が
It's a game you polished to perfection during those 6 years.
練った愉快なゲームだった
かつてわらわはそれを
I once likened it to eternal torture for the both of us.
永遠が永遠であると信じられるうちが一番幸せなのさ。
Eternity is happiest when you still believe that's eternity.
物事には全て終わりがある。
But all things must end,
そしてそれを
and we have to be aware of that.
しなければならない。
目を背けずに
So, we must not avert our eyes.
昇らぬ日はない。
Just as the sun always rises,
沈まぬ日
no
は
sun that doesn't set.
ねえってことさ。
Of course, Angie didn't have the slightest idea what her brother and the witch were talking about. However, even as young as she was, she knew that the pair had spent an incredibly long time together. They understood each other so well they might as well be a married couple. Then, Bio noticed her reaction.
レンジ
Angie,
わらわたち
at
は
one point the two of us wove
互いの
games for each
ため
other.
にゲームを紡いだしかし
However, that time is
それはもう
already
終わ
over.
ったこのゲームは今わらわたちのためでなくそなたの
This game has been made, not for our sakes, but for yours. You're talking riddles again. Pressing a key that hung by her chest, Angie looked at her brother's face.
今日という日の猫
Let me show you the contents of the catボx that is this day.
俺たちはエンジェに届けなくちゃならない。お前に持たせたその鍵
My key I gave you for opening it.
猫箱って
Oh, what do you mean a cat box?
今日という日のこと
He means this day.
エンジェがあれほ
I
ど
want to reach this stage so much.
今日お兄ちゃんは
Using the miracle magic I brought you here.
魔法の奇跡でエンジェを招いた。エンジェは
I must continue telling the story of this day as the final witch.
今日という日を語り継がなくちゃいけない。
それは私
Does that mean
残っては
that I mustn't remain here? Angie's tone was slightly tense. She understood what her brother meant. It made her frown. So you think that maybe this is something Balor mailed to Angie at some point that finally got delivered and she's reading it now? Possibly? Okay. Okay, so... The only way... I've been thinking about this a bit. The only way that Balor... So, the end of episode 7. Fuck, we are really far. The end of episode 7 has only 2 people whose fates are unknown. Those people are Angie... not Angie. Fuck me. Are Balor and Beatrice. Balor was last seen going to where the chapel, and Beatrice was last seen not being on the bed dead. The only way for Balor to possibly be alive and not with Angie in the present is if he got amnesia or something. That's about the only way I can imagine Balor doesn't immediately go back to Angie, you know? Beatrice has a lot of reasons to stay hidden after whatever happens, but, like, Balor has no reason. Shit, I pressed the wrong button. Controls.
Just how long have I suffered? Wishing I could return to Rokujima in 1986.
Yeah, just tap on with those 3 fingers. And
now I finally made it here. So why are you chasing me out? You said I could decide for myself.
That's right. I
確かにそう言った。
did say that.
I'm not leaving. And please stop trying to spoil me with this strange made-up tale. I want to know the truth of this day.
She is a moody kid. Be it 12 years in the future, 12 years in the past.
Shut up! I didn't ask you! And what the hell do you think you're doing? You think on which come here to perform her resurrection ritual? She appeared on with a crash of thunder and tried to offer 30 people up as sacrifices?
Okay, okay, Angie, it's a tad more complicated than what you're thinking. Like, you weren't here for episode 7 for the most part, so I understand your confusion.
Why are you acting so happy and casual? It doesn't make any sense!
You're the one that doesn't make sense. What are you thinking? There was an Android port of an Umi project, but that's now deprecated? Damn. Do you want me to be a murderer?
You wrote tales about it, sealed the message bottles, and then threw them into the sea! Two of them were discovered later on! Both of them were stories of cruel serial murders!
Ah, what a shame that only 2 of them made it to shore. Outside that land was my greatest masterpiece, was never seen by human eyes.
前から聞きたかったんだが。
I've been wanting to ask this for a while, but what's up with those message bottles? As I was working on the deed of my game against you, I've been creating those tales along the way. I realized I created endless different tales out of the same game board. It really started to get fun.
いつか俺に読ませ
Oh,
ないと。
so you wrote them down, hoping that I would read them someday? Land of the Golden Witch reference. Was that supposed to... I think you guys talked about this some time ago. Was that supposed to be like, one of the episodes originally? Oh shit, I'm yawning. Precisely.
あまりの力作に
They were so good, I just couldn't bear to wait for your return.
孤島物の古典
Inspired by those classic works set on isolate islands, I tried sealing them in bottles and throwing them into the ocean.
ミステリアスである
Mysterious, don't you think?
バカにしないで。
Don't mock
あ
me!
れはあんた
Those were your plans for the
犯罪
crimes!
あなたは黄金
You're still casing the hidden gold to fan up disconnected to the family members!
残酷な連続
She
殺
played
人
your
事件を
brutal serial
目論むのよ
murders!
やれやれ
Sheesh. That was the scrapped episode 3 version. On one hand, the idea for what episode 3 sounds like it would be better than what we got. I don't know anything about what Land was supposed to be about, so... On the hand, if it had not released, we would not have gotten Erica Ferrudo. A person I hate versus a different story. Very difficult one. Sheesh. Is that how we become... Sheesh. Is that how we become in the year 1998? Well, I guess I can't blame them.
はあ
Huh?
何を開き直
What's
って
with the
んのよ
sudden change of character?
私を拍子抜け
This
さ
is
せようと
sometimes key to make me let my guard down.
私は騙されないわよ
I'm not gonna be fooled, Beatrice.
お兄ちゃん
Oni-chan?
私に魔女
Why
は
do
い
they
る
make me
と
swear to say that which
屈服
exists,
させない
don't
でしょ
you?
その手には乗るも
They
の
don't
です
fall
か
for that? Oh, Angie, we stopped playing that game a long time back.
私はお兄ちゃんの手なんか借りなくたって一人で真実にたどり着いてみせる
I found the truth without your help.
ここがその真実
Even
で
though
あ
that
ると
truth
いう
is all around you right now.
そなたはかつて
You once called yourself Gretel, but it seems the name
どうやらミチルとな
Minto would be more
ふさわし
fitting.
いようだぞ
いい加減にして
Enough! Auntie tried to slap Bio's cheek. Sadly, she was currently 6 fucking years old. I was reading that their heights were so great that Bio dodged before the hand could reach her.
バカバカしい
Stupid!
バカバカしい
Stupid!
私は認
I wouldn't
めないわ
acknowledge
よ
it.
こんな茶
I
番な
never
真
acknowledged
実なんて
this
絶
farce as the truth.
対に認めないんだから
After Angie yelled those words, her eyes grew cloudy. They cleared up almost immediately. The time she already gone back to her 6-year-old self.
そうだなエンジェ
You're right, Angie.
それがわらわが残した罪であり
This is the sin I left behind.
最後の物語を用意する
The reason of this final tale's existence. I'm 6 years old. What are you saying? As Angie stared blankly, uncomprehending, Bio gently patted her head.
そうとも
Indeed,
この物語は茶番である
this tale is a farce.
真実であろうはず
It could not be true.
しかしそれ
Yet he was prepared to look past that.
いや
Now to make it that way on purpose.
そなたにはど
For the sake of the message that he wants to convey to you.
ベアト
Ito,
それはもう
I'm already showing it to
俺が
her.
伝えてるそれ以上
I want to force her.
無理強いしたくない
I want to force it on her.
そうか
I see.
お兄ちゃんたちが何の話をしているのかわかんない
I don't understand what you two are talking about.
エンジェもう眠いよ
I'm sleepy. Story of my entire life summed up by a 6-year-old girl of a. Yep, that seems about right. Yep.
そうだ
Oh, you're right.
俺たちは
Should probably get
おい
going.
とました方が良さそうだ。
I'm not entirely sure yet what Balor wants Angie to see. Is the message Sandy's visiting Angie and learning something Balor gave to her? Maybe. But I'm wondering what is the message. So, like, Balor is telling a blatant fucking lie to Angie. Be it metaphorically or literally. And it's for a reason. Now, what that reason is a bit unclear still. Like, is it just think of the past in the best light possible? It doesn't really matter at this point, so just move forward? Like, I'm not quite sure. Kinzo, must I remain here longer?
My apologies, must have you stay a little while longer. Hang on, Kraus. You support the Gospel should it be viewed as a response to the Ishinomiya family head.
Yeah, he's not trying to trick her into thinking this is the truth. So there is something he's trying to communicate here, which is what he's trying to communicate is not quite clear yet. Maybe it's literally, I'm not dead, sorry. Can you imagine if the message is literally, I'm not dead, I swear? What a pain. Forgive me, Balor. It seems I cannot go with you. Genji, you mind taking these two to the guest house? As you wish. Sama, Angie-sama, please follow me.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
じゃあな。
Okay,
あり
Vito.
がとう。後で。
I'll see you later. Of course. I wish to discuss with you. I have a mountain of things I wish to discuss with you. And I'd like us to have some time alone tonight. We must act the part of a couple every now and then. Oh, what do you mean act the part of a couple? Because Angie had gotten so bored, she had grown very sleepy. I would like to say I'm not sleepy for the same reason Angie's sleepy. I'm sleepy because I'm fucking broken. It would probably be best for her to take a quick nap. I'll walk through the windy rose garden, pulling her by the hand. Why is my spirit animal a sleepy 6-year-old? What? No! No! I don't like! Take me back! I prefer being Battler! When he questioned their guide, Genji, he learned the old servant had known beforehand of Kin's desire to return to Go to Bito. And so they inherited this problem early. The master decided to start preparations early for his final task in this world, the ending of his life. Most people don't think much about what happens after they die. His grandmother's on a whole different scale. Today marks the day of a new flight, when the Ushimiya family will depart from the Gonan Witch's patronage. That's true. That's a pretty good... That's a pretty cool way of saying it. Apparently a grand Halloween party was to be held tonight. and Go and the others have been ordered to start getting ready for it. However, it wouldn't be just a party. It would be a ceremony to mark the return of Beatrice's gold. At the start of dinner, Grandmother would make the announcement. The Delusion family would give thanks and applause to the 3 generations of Beatrice for their generosity over the years. Apparently, this was what he had planned. This still being kept secret from Dad and the others. Technically, it is a secret. However, the Master did not suddenly begin thinking in this way today. No, my neck, sorry. It was often considered this day for many years, and has been discussed certain matters with his children. Now that any will be surprised to hear this night's announcement. Well, as for my old bastard, he's running all over the place trying to get money for his company. Guess he'll be dancing with joy when he hears that he's going to get to unwrap grandfather's inheritance present early. I'd rather think that Rudolph-sama will be galvanized by a sense of great responsibility. He has succeeded splendidly since he left the island. Our success so far has been supported by the Master's wealth. And now that he's suddenly getting his inheritance money, he'll have to keep going by his own strength alone in the future. That might actually put pressure on him. The siblings have suffered for decades because of their father's excess and... The siblings must have suffered for decades because of their father's excess of success and ability. Simply having a parent who's too successful can be a great burden to a child. And tonight, they were leaving the nest, truly becoming adults for the first time. It seems the Master plans to call the ceremony night. It seems the Master plans to call this night a ceremony to return the gold. However, he first intended to call it a living funeral. That's pretty depressing. Having a funeral while you're still alive. Calling it a day of a new journey and leaving the nest fits the Umineko family much better.
Moni-chan, I'm sleepy.
Look, we're almost to the guest house. You want to go to Mom's room? Or to the cousin's room?
I don't care. I'll sleep until dinner.
Angie, still holding her brother's hand, crouched down and looked as though she was about to fall asleep. Al lifted her up onto his back and carried her. He felt the warmth and safety of her brother's back, and she drifted off into sleep. What happened that day? Just what on earth happened on October 4th and 5th, 1986? This is the side of the Rokujima explosion accident. The time the explosion occurred was known almost exactly, down to the minute. The time was... stroke of midnight on October 5th. The sheer improbability of that time proved that explosion was reduced by artificial means. Later on, the following statements were collected from individuals who knew Ushiro Kinzo when he was still alive. During his lifetime, Ushiro Kinzo built a clock rigged to blow up the island at exactly midnight. This clock was apparently inside his secret study. When he felt mentally cornered and wanted to think about a brilliant plan, he activated that device and used the tension of the approaching midnight to bring some flash of inspiration to him. Who the hell would know that? I don't know either. I assumed that couldn't have possibly known because, like, what? Yeah, if you built a literal doomsday clock, you would just not tell people about it. Yeah, I'd be like, I want to make a clock that has a countdown timer. Anything else? No. Okay, I want to make a clock that does this thing with electronics. It's like, okay, the end. Like, honestly, I kind of assumed that, like, because Bito was alive for a little bit. I assumed that this fucker worked out a couple things with Bito before the end. Or Beatrice, the elder? Yes. While Ushiro Kinzo still lived, this was only thought of as a tall tale about this eccentric man. The fact that Rokujima explosion accident occurred exactly at midnight supported the story. It sounds crazy. He was about to gain some sort of mystical power from these short periods of madness. We think of it as being a source of high output mental power. The story isn't that difficult to swallow. Also, I'm back. It's been a fucking while. Professor Utsuki spoke passionately. Witch hunters. Enthusiasts who treat the mad fancies surrounding Rokujima as their plaything. And there's no reason to love these people who embellish the deaths of their family just for the fun of it. And how ironic it was for Angie, who wanted to know what happened that day. Ah yes, the man was tortured. Easy to forget that shit, considering everything else. Yet how ironic it was for Angie, who wanted to know what happened that day. That these people were the ones who knew most about this island. If someone used that device, the island would be blown away without any trace. If someone used that device, the island would be blown away without trace. There would be nothing left. And what happened there, they could erase it. Here's that Eva masterminded some kind of plot spring up very early on. Haven't always explained how she set up some massive explosion. And the red clock proves that such a thing was possible. Correct! Neither is Ushimi Eva fully aware of the timing of radius explosion took refuge in Huadorian. Yet all the family wealth to herself, so that everyone used the explosion to remove all the evidence. The idea gives the most logical explanation of the Rokujima mystery. This would have been nice to see in episode 4. Oh yes, it would have. I honestly thought their conversation was a shit ton shorter than what it turned out to be. Apparently it went on for fucking ever. Oh.
It also confirms with the fact that Evan had never spoke to anyone about the offensive that day.
Oh fuck, it's been... Gary, it's literally been like fucking 150 hours. Give me a break. No! Where was that red clock and how did Eva find it? Several forgeries speculated on this matter. There's no need for me to waste time thinking about it. Eva activated the clock device, hidden Ku a door and escaped the blast, was therefore the only one to survive. That was everything, the answer, which elegantly told the whole story. When Eva first adopted me, our relationship wasn't as bad as it later became. Asked her several times, what happened that day? Every single time she answered was just to say that she didn't remember. But well, she must have been flustered at the time. The very first time I asked, she answered like this. I can't tell you about it. There's a slip of the tongue. She knew what had happened that day. And she left this world without telling even a bit of the truth. She sealed the truth in a cat box. And left this world taking the key with her. There can only be one answer. She was behind everything. She got all the family wealth to herself and became super rich. And afterwards, she admitted the fact that her beloved son would never inherit any of what she had created, and she cursed me. Just remembering that old bitch makes me want to vomit. Oh yeah, this is before you forgive her for being fucking traumatized too. What happened that day? That's what I want to know. It's my only goal, the only reason I'm still alive. However, later on I had to come to grips with the fact that my goal was an abstract one. Plus no dubbing, so you get to do all the voices. You know, voicing shit makes everything take like almost exactly double the time. Also, BB hasn't played any Final Fantasy before, so he doesn't have the emotional attachment that causes people to have issues with the remake trilogy. I mean, yeah, I never played any Final Fantasy games. I played... Oh, God, what? I have played Breath of Fire 2. I did enjoy that game a lot. I know that's not Final Fantasy, but I do remember it. After all, even I don't know what happened that day. As to who did the crime, the whodunit, that was already clear. Ushirumi Eva. She's the culprit. Again, reminder, this is before Angie realizes, God, why am I blaming Eva for everything? That has never changed since the beginning. Yes, I'm not trying to find out what happened that day. I'm trying to find out what Ushirumi Eva did that day. If I can agree with that, then I can suppose Eva's evil, even though she has already died. That is my true goal. Police also suspect that a crime might have taken place and they did investigate. However, no matter how much they inspected the crater that once been Rogojima, they couldn't find anything at all. The public and the witch hunters cornered Eva with several pieces of circumstantial evidence, but they were unable to find a single piece of physical evidence. And so, though Eva was only the merest fraction of a shade away from guilty, they were unable to expose her crimes. My goal isn't anything as vague as knowing what happened that day. I suppose the crime Ushimi and Eva committed that day, and to have my revenge. I can't expose Ushimi and Eva's crimes if we are treating the events of the island as though some bizarre golden witch did everything. Defeating the golden witch means exposing Ushimi and Eva's crime for what it was. I won't forgive Ushimi and Eva. I swear. I will hate her and take revenge for my family. That is Ushimi Anji's one and only reason for living. If she knew she was hated that much, the president will probably be rolling around laughing in the next world. Shut up. I'll expose that old bitch's crimes. Never accept that she blew all the evidence away and committed the per crime. Refuse. In other words, the journey yours, the journey to take revenge for your family. In other words, got a problem with that? Ha! You must be joking. You know that you have a purpose in life. Can you turn that off? Oh? You know, like Mzaki? Amakusa turned the radio off. The dough sound of the engine became the BGM. Did I really just say BGM instead of background music? Right. The dough sound of the engine became the background music that filled the car. Is there something strange about it? Fight for revenge? Man, not really. Maybe we'll live for that reason many times on the front. You've been on battlefields many times in your scenario, right? Well, I've seen a few. So, are people who fight to take revenge for their families strong? Oh, no doubt about that. Some people even strap bombs themselves and commit suicide to take revenge for their families. Humans are more than capable of dying for revenge. That's right. I could do too. Have you heard of child soldiers? I hear they're a favorite in a certain place called Arabonia. Just beyond... Man, he really is just Umineko Jaeger. He really is, yes. It's quite hilarious. And kids who fight like soldiers? Ah, that's it. Kids who've lost their parents have nowhere to go sometimes get picked up by groups of armored insurgents being soldiers. They get a gun thrust in their hands, they're taught how to take revenge. And children are expendable. Well, anyone can be a soldier in the battlefield. Anyone can be a soldier in the battlefield, or they can pull a trigger.
私がそれだって言いたいの？
You trying to say that I'm like that?
復讐は
Alright, revenge give me a reason for living.
そして兵士
Does give you the strength to become a soldier.
親の亡骸にすが
Like Miracle can turn a girl who could do nothing but sob overnight over her parents' corpse into a soldier. Almost like that.
復讐ってやつほど
Nothing gives you more power than revenge does.
ありませんぜ。
そうでしょうね。
I guess so.
それがまさに。
That's what I'm like.
少年兵問題ってのをご
What's
存
the
知
problem? You know the child soldier problem?
知らないわ。
No.
銃を与えられ復讐の仕方を習った
Child soldiers are giving guns out to make that. Child soldiers are giving guns out to take revenge, make that a reason for living.
少し違う。
Well, that's not exactly right.
それを
Becomes a reason for shooting their guns.
理由にします。しかし復讐ってのは終わ
I mean, if
り
he was bad, they might direct you to his hair color, and then I counter direct you to another hair color. Behold, Kendo, who has had white hair since he was like 40. Fucking, or like, you know, that's kind of surprising when I say it out loud. Kendo's had like white hair since he was fucking 40. Shit.
いつしか銃を
At some point, they no longer have any reason for shooting the. At some point, they no longer have any reason for shooting their guns.
どういう意味？
What do you mean?
復讐のために銃
They used to shoot for revenge.
それがやがて
Eventually, they keep on shooting for no reason at all.
撃つようになるんです。
復讐を忘れてしまうということ？
Because they've forgotten about the revenge.
できもしない復讐にやがて疲れ果て、その目的を忘
The
れ
revenge
ち
is
ゃうんです
impossible. Eventually, tire of it and forget their original purpose.
そして手元に
Now
は
they
銃
have nothing
しか
except a gun.
やがて飯を食うために銃を撃つようになる。
Eventually, they'll just keep shooting just so they can eat.
復讐のために銃を取った少年兵は
You're saying that the child soldiers start using guns for
やがて
revenge.
野党か何
End
か
up
に
as
狙われてる
bands or something?
何しろ学校にも通わず職も学ばせてもらわなかった連中です。
Not rather than never gone to school and they haven't been taught unusual skills as far as employment is concerned. They only learned how to shoot guns. They were only ever praised when they killed the enemy.
やがて自分の生きる目的は復讐のためでなく、その手段のた
Eventually,
め
the
だけにな
reason
る。
for living stops seeing revenge. Becomes means used to try and take it. Why must I don't want to go into a logic here. That sounds like shit. It's sad, really.
私もやがて
Are
は
you saying they'll
復讐
eventually
に
get tired of
疲れ果
revenge
て
and
私の場合だと何だってのよ。
what would you be in my case?
真実を暴く
You're tired of exposing the truth.
お嬢は
Your life will become eternally devoted to hating you from me ever.
憎むだけの人生になり果てている。
すでにそうだけど何か？
Well, that's true already. Got a problem with that?
そういえばそうでした。
Yeah, think of it, that's right. I'm not sure what Amakusa is trying to say. Probably something annoying. So I'm not interested.
復讐なんてくだらないことだ。
Revenge is stupid.
そう言いたいんでしょ？
Is that what you're trying to say?
お嬢の人生はまだまだ
You have a long life ahead of you, Missy.
なんだってでき
You're
る
the youth, you could do anything.
その貴重な若さを費やすには ちょいとこの旅はもったいねえんじゃねえかな。
You have a feeling that this journey might be a waste of your precious youth.
余計なお世話よ。
It's none of your business.
私ね、
I already jumped,
飛
remember?
び降りたでしょ。ビルから
Of a skyscraper?
せっかく九死に一生
You're lucky enough to come out of that alive.
あの時ね。
Back then,
私は死んだのよ。
I died.
だから私はもう亡霊ってわけ。
So I'm already a ghost.
家族の敵を
My purpose is to expose the truth that day to take revenge of the family's killer.
暴くことだけを目的としたね。
やれやれ。
I see.
お嬢は大した鉄の石を
As I will, you've got there, Missy.
あんたみたいな軽薄な男に私の気持ちなんてわからないわよ。
There's no way a flim man like you could understand how I feel. After that, Amakusa was forced to shut his mouth. He shrugged, but Angie didn't see. Even so, Amakusa spoke once more.
The
first day we started this journey, he said something. Said you wanted to know what happened that island that day.
今だってそうよ。
It's the same now.
何か変わった？
What's changed?
今はこう言ってます。
Now you're saying. Yep. Welcome everyone in the future. This is chat. It's fucking craziness and nonsense sometimes, but we do have brain cells occasionally. The sparks do happen. The neurons will fire once in 2 centuries. Now you're saying. I know what happened on the island that days we can expose Ushomi and Eva's crimes.
何があったか知りたいと。
全く同じじゃない。
And isn't that exactly the same?
まあそうですが。
Well, that's true.
私
Is he trying not to get her to not go to the island? Okay, so it seems like the only reason that he's... Like, it seems like the only reason... only time Amakusa has to attack Angie, which... He is the one who attacks Angie at the end of episode 4. The only time he has to do that is once she goes to the island, I suspect. I suspect if she doesn't go to the island, she doesn't have to be attacked. So he's like... He might actually like her in just the case of like... Damn, please don't go to the island. I don't want to have to attack you. I'm tired, so sleep now.
少し黙ってて。
Mind staying quiet for a bit?
着いたら教えて。
Tell me when we get there.
え、了解です。
Roger that. I wasn't particularly tired, really. I said that because I didn't like talking about this.
ならないでくださいよ。
Don't become one.
少年兵には。
A child soldier. Angie, who had decided to feign sleep, ignored him. Amakusa kept talking. I want to make sure she heard at least this much.
お嬢の旅は最初。
You start on a journey to learn the truth.
それがだんだん
Becoming more and more a journey of revenge.
真実
You're gonna have to take revenge by exposing the truth.
しかしお嬢も分かって
As you know, there's nothing left in Rokujima.
島にはもう何も残ってやしません。何の跡形も
There ain't even any traces left.
真実を
I was doing the truth, it might not be a picnic.
大抵のことじゃないかもしれませんぞ。
I know what Amakusa is trying to say. The police searched the scene so thoroughly just after the crime, even they weren't able to find any physical evidence, proving that Ushimi Eva was the culprit. And a full 12 years had passed since then. If the truth could be discovered by a girl like me, waving watch the cash around to pick up a bit of info from those who were somehow related to the incident, and someone would have exposed the truth long ago. I might not be able to reach the truth. So then my first desire, expose the truth, would probably fade away. After that, only my hatred for Eva would remain. It seems strange to you that Maria never saw any ad for something popular enough to still be released 12 years ago? 12 years later, you know you're hoping. Happiness is not allowed, as it turns out. Just like the child soldiers who forgot their original purpose and lived just to shoot. I forget my original purpose and live just to hate. For all my hate of Ushimi Eva, my revenge of closing truth would have been foiled. I would go on hating her anyway. I would become all there is to my life. Is there a difference between shooting for revenge and shooting to live? You pull the trigger, someone dies either way. And what about my case? The same difference between hating Eva as I expose the truth and hating Eva after I've given up? There's no difference. In the end, whether I find the truth or not, I'll just keep on cursing Eva over and over until I die. What a crappy life. But now, it's all I have left. Ushimi Eva stole my family. So I'll take revenge. By exposing her crimes and showing the world. My conscience was slowly drifting away into sleep. Why is Oni-chan showing me such a bizarre Rokujima? Is this supposed to be the truth? Enough with this farce. Why is even Oni-chan trying to hide the truth from me? Trying to find so I can revenge him and the others. Or would Oni-chan say the same thing as Amakusa? That revenge is meaningless, so I should stop. Is that why he's speaking riddles? Trying to make everything more confusing? That's none of his business. I'm not just trying to take revenge for their sakes. I'm doing it for my sake too. After all, that's the only thing I'm living for. Getting revenge. My reason to live. Oh, so that confirms that... You know that battler that you're talking about isn't real, right? I don't have a clue what Oni-chan is thinking. The timeline is a good time to stop? Oh, absolutely. I'm tired of shit too. Jesus Christ. Hey, I can be confused. It's fine. Also, holy shit, I'm tired. Oh, I think Angie being tired fucking infected me. I'm so fucking tired. Ah. Angie, why? Thank you all for coming to today's live stream. If this is the first one coming, may I suggest subscribing and hitting the notification bell so I'm aware when I'm streaming. If you like the video, leave a like and comment, leave a comment down below. And until next time when I'm awake again, I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna get quiet. I'm gonna say goodbye.